Joshua out of New York.
Hey, Jesse, can you?
Joshua,
Jesse,
welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Jesse? How you doing?
All is well.
Always good talking to you.
Thank you.
Can you hear me well?
Oh, no problem, Joshua. Go ahead.
All right. I just needed some advice because I've been trying to convince my wife that we have to leave New York City because I don't want to live amongst. We're already taken over by all the illegals.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince her that, that we have to go. And I told her that if she's not willing to go, I'm willing to take my son and leave without her. Because she's telling me that it's evil to not like these people. But I'm telling her, what is there to like if they're the ones raping and killing and they're doing all this destruction to our neighborhoods? Like, why would I want to stay in that? Like, I feel like if I stay, it's going to be dangerous for my family. I have a growing son, and I'm afraid that by the time he gets to high school, he's going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of illegals that don't like him because, one, he's American, and he's from here. And these illegals, and some of them that have been here for years, are starting to look at us like we're the foreigners, and they want us to speak their language. It's like, I'm from America. I want to speak only English. I could speak Spanish, but I mean, why do we have to be accustomed to them and they don't want to be accustomed to us?
Yep.
So I was just seeking some type of advice to see how I can go by through this because it's getting really bad.
And so your question for me is what?
How do I go by, leaving New York City and not bringing my wife if she doesn't want to come?
So why is it that your wife is not obeying you?
Because she comes from a family of immigrants, so she feels like I'm being racist.
But why would you marry a woman that would not obey you? Why are you even involved with a woman like that?
She's starting not to obey because she feels like because she goes to college and she's about to go to school to become a doctor, that she's better. And I'm telling her that it's like, you're being stupid by not obeying what I'm telling you. I'm trying to do this for the good of the family.
So here's what I recommend. Number one, do not hate. Don't be angry at the illegal aliens, right? Because the illegal aliens they're still human beings created in the image of God. They're not of God, but they are created in the image of God. And so don't be angry. You have to love even the illegal aliens. They're doing what our country is inviting them to do. Our country the government of our country has invited the illegals to come over by leaving the borders open and taking care of them and have no requirement for them except that they vote for them. So don't be mad at the illegal, but you don't have to agree with what they're doing, but don't be angry. And then secondly, you're the head of your wife, and if your wife don't want to move to wherever you want to move to, you and your son pack the car and leave her behind because you're married to a disobedient woman, and a man should never be married to a woman who will not obey.
And I explained that to her. I told her, you're not obeying me. And
so just leave her behind. Don't argue with her or anything. You told her, okay, we're moving away from here. It's my job to protect my family. We are moving away. And if she said, no, I'm not going, just say, oh, okay. When she come home one day from work, you and your son will be gone. Leave her there.
That's what I'm planning on doing because she's, she kind of likes the way things are going on in New York.
Well, leave her there, man. She have a right to stay in her hell. You have no right to try to force her out of her hell. So pack your bags. When she come home one day, you and your son will be gone. Don't even leave her where I went to note or anything.
Yeah. Can you tell me what the biblical question is?
And don't even argue with her about it.
Yeah.
You told her we're moving away. I got to protect my family from what I see happening here in New York, and I understand it. And you want to come? If she said, no, I'm not going, you just say, oh, okay. And then quietly pack up, find yourself a place wherever you want to go to, pack up and be gone. That's all you have to do. No argument at all.
Good.
All right? And don't be mad at her for not wanting to go. There is never, ever, ever, but never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever a reason to be angry. All right? So don't be angry. She has a right to be wrong. And she has a right to live in her hell and suffer. Let her suffer.
I will. I want to answer the biblical question.
Do you recognize a wave of pain that overtakes you?
Yes, if I stay with my wife.
That's for sure. Well, thank you for responding, Joshua. And I'll put my 2 cents on Sunday. I wish you well, but don't argue with her. Either she's going to obey you and follow you, or she's not.
No problem, Jesse. Thank you.
I wish you well.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy.